What is going on, everyone? Israel back again with another video. In today's video, we got the developer blog about Diamond Dynasty and MLB The Show 24. A lot of changes in this one. Let's just get right into it. So as we can see, they talk about a lot of things in this article. With Team Affinity, the cornerstone cards and the starter packs, fewer 99 diamonds, free weekly packs, more wild card slots, which is pretty crazy, how to earn and sell cards. Seasons are now 12 weeks long, which is 3 months, which is pretty insane. And they have the feature premiere on March 14th, which we were right about is going to be on that 14th. So as we talk about, we're gonna kind of like script through the blog post really quickly, but yeah, pretty much season 1 cards will be 91 overall at launch, so we're not gonna have those crazy 99 diamond cards that we had last year with the whole sets and seasons thing. They are bringing it back, but it's just seasons. There's no longer sets in this at all. So it says in-season cards are going to be released any time during the active season. For example, season 1 cards will display S1 in the top corner, which we're used to at this point, and then there will be the wild card slot to use any of these cards when it's not the season. So that's pretty cool. We got some screenshots of some of the cards right here. In my opinion, I do kind of like this just because they're gonna have a bigger emphasis on actual live series cards. So if we take a look at the screenshot right here, we can see there's 4 wild card slots now, which is pretty crazy. I do like that a lot. I think the 1 wild card slot was kind of cool, but I think people just got really mad that you couldn't use the cards from multiple different seasons, and it just, I don't know, it had to be tweaked. So we can see core cards are definitely making a return. So all the live series cards are going to be core once again, so that's another major factor. At least in season 1 there'll be a big emphasis on live series cards, which I personally love. I love using the live series cards at launch. So you can see we have the S1 cards right here across the board on this squad, and yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. 91 overall cards is the max, I'm pretty sure, except for the 99 core cards that we're getting with collecting all the live series cards, stuff like that. So those I think will still be 99. But as you can take a look right here, core cards will be returning in Diamond Dynasty. So we can see what the first core card kind of looks like. 81 overall Brian Reynolds, left fielder. We can see all that stuff. Here's another kind of in-game screenshot of what the core cards are going to look like across the board. So pretty cool overall. I do like how these new tops cards look in the game. I think they do look pretty solid in my opinion. Be on the lookout for extra special core card collection rewards of legends and flashbacks, including a special launch collection featuring our MLB The Show 24 cover athlete Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So this is like what I'm saying. So he's the 91 right here. And then we have some uniforms and some collectibles. So these will be the collections I would imagine when the game launches. So as you can see, we got wild card slots right here. So wild card slots are also returning with the twist. There's now multiple wild card slots up to 4, with the XP work at the beginning in season 2. So they pretty much just show a screenshot here of what it's going to look like. So we can see the wild card slot for that Joe Mauer card right here, 91 overall. Looks pretty solid. And then we have some core cards across the board. They didn't show any season 2 cards, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's how the wild card will look. So that's kind of how your team's going to be built, how the seasons are kind of going to work and everything like that. Let's actually talk about some of the cards and how the game is going to work in general. So they have the cornerstone cards, seasonal cards, starting packs, and these head start rewards. So the cornerstone cards are pretty much your captain cards. These cards are going to be pretty important to your team, it looks like, and they're going to be pretty solid overall. These are the 4 captains cards we're going to have at launch. We have a Greg Maddux card, a Kogi Senga card. I still have trouble pronouncing his name. We have Byron Buxton and Nolan Arenado. You can pretty much choose one of these cards at launch, whichever one you want. Me personally, I might have to go with that Nolan Arenado or that Byron Buxton card. And these cards will also have special features, is what they kind of mentioned throughout this. So it just really depends on what the special features are of these cards. Who knows what they're going to happen in this card. It's going to be pretty interesting across the board, but these are pretty much the new captain's cards in the game. In my opinion, I think they look pretty solid. I like the brick kind of stone exterior down here, and the little pillars look nice. So they definitely look solid. Then we have season starter packs. So in addition to all these stuff, you can also find a 5-pack season starter bundle in their inventories to help build your lineup to fill your collections. That's pretty cool at launch. They're bringing the head start rewards for every season. So in MLB The Show 23, we got some rewards if you completed a certain amount of things, or you got a certain amount of XP in the reward path. So this is definitely going to be a good start for season 2. If you accomplish all the things you're supposed to in season 1, you'll get a nice head start in season 2. They talk about their content schedule update a little bit. They talk about their content schedule. Seasons will typically run 12 weeks, approximately 3 months at launch, and the highest cards that you'll be able to get is 91 overall. This is something they've talked about a lot, and I think this is a good change because a lot of people just did not like the 99s at launch. I mean, it was cool for a little bit, but after a while, the new cards they kind of introduced didn't have anything to them because we already had cards like that in the game. And they talk about the live series collection right here, so we know our fans love earning those sweet 99 core diamonds as complete. So that's of course going to be a thing in 24. They mentioned here's kind of the XP reward path we can see for season 1. A couple key notes that we have here: the new headliners packs look pretty cool. Same with the ball inhabits, now that they're blue. We have a hitters captains and a pitching captains card. So I don't know if these are the normal captain cards we have in 23, or these are those new cornerstone cards or whatever they're called. I don't know if those are going to be it as well. We also have a nice, I think that's an 85 right here in that season 1 reward path, so that will be pretty interesting as well. So definitely something interesting to look at here with some of these screenshots as well. So definitely gonna be exciting as we go through. We have some sellable rewards and free weekly packs, which is definitely pretty interesting. interesting right here. I didn't expect them to really do this, but here we are and they're doing it. So we can obviously see here the ranked program will feature sellable rewards, including new exclusive program rewards for you to earn in ranked, solo, and co-op, and all the modes like that, which is pretty interesting. Another interesting change right here is to BR. Flawless will now start at 10-0 for the best record pack, down from 12-0 requirements in past years. This is an interesting change. You guys know me, I don't play much BR, but a lot of people in BR really like the 12-0 thing. So that's gonna be even easier to get those cards. So I might have to hop in. That's 2 less wins to get, and it might be actually pretty interesting to try to hop in and get that. I mean, I think a lot more people will be getting those flawless BR rewards. So I don't know if they're gonna be the best cards that we've seen in the past. But that's definitely an interesting note right there on BR. So I might have to hop in and play some BR this year. Events will now last for 2 weeks, giving you more time to earn those rewards. So events, I think this is a good change if they're every 2 weeks, because honestly, events is kind of interesting. Like, I know a lot of people really like events, so they don't really touch them at all. I was kind of in the middle. I kind of played some events that I liked, some I didn't really care about, or if there was just nothing to play, I would play events, honestly. So it'll be interesting to see. With 2 weeks, you know, we'll have a new events, and that'll be kind of interesting to check out. And the last thing is, everyone's starting with the game launches. Keep an eye out for the show shop. Each week we'll earn a free pack, including some theme drops throughout the MLB season. So this is really interesting. I do like this a lot, and I think this is just a good way to keep the game fresh, get people hopping on, get their packs and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. Here's the kind of first hint they gave for the first one. Where will the first MLB games be played of the regular season? Obviously in Seoul, South Korea. So, you know, we'll wait and see what kind of rewards they do on that. That'll be pretty interesting. So as we continue here, where should you expect rewards? Now this is an interesting screenshot. We'll talk about it in just a minute. A better balance of, you know, rewards and stuff like that is pretty much what he talked about. This image is the first thing I want to drop. You know, this is a pretty interesting. So we obviously got the packs right here we see, but there's a millionaire pack. So this is interesting. I don't know if it's going to be like Madden, where like you can get a really high card or like a really low card with stubs. I don't know if it's just a stub pack. I don't really know. It's a new pack, which I love to see. I love new packs. You guys know me. I'm a big new pack guy. That's why I love MLB The Show 16 so much. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting one to see, and I'm definitely excited to see what it's all about. My guess is going to be a really high card, really low card, or you're just going to get stubs. Like, honestly, that's what I think it's going to be. I don't know what else they could put in that pack, to be honest. And then we see we have some first drop inning missions and first drop stat missions. So I don't know if that's the cards they're talking about. I'm not sure what the first drop means. I'm not sure about that. This is the ranked program as well, so that's where that new pack is going to be. So let's talk about Team Affinity. They obviously changed the way this is going to work, which will be interesting. Team Affinity will release 3 times per season, which is very exciting. So pretty much how they said this is going to work. So we have Season 1, Chapter 1 at launch, Chapter 2 in mid-April, and Chapter 3 in May. Our fans can expect 30 new cards from each MLB team with each new Affinity chapter. So this is 90 cards right here from each squad, so you get 3 cards from each team is what I'm pretty much hearing. Look out for Team Affinity Chapter 1 bosses and Team Affinity at launch, including a new legend, Brian Dozier. Finally back in the game, we can take a look at his stats right here. Now, I know this might sound weird, but the way these are like laid out and the way like the colors look, I just really like this look. I don't know, it reminds me of that kind of the older game style, and I absolutely love it. So we can see Brian Dozier's card right here. He's got 101 power versus lefties. Really solid card overall in that hitting category with some good power, good content overall. And you know, that's the thing, is like these cards, you know, this is only 2 like overalls away from the max, so this is going to be a good card in the game, which is something interesting that we have to pay attention to, at least in Season 1 to start. So definitely going to be an interesting card. Got some good fielding stats, some, you know, decent speed overall, and only plays second base, so not a bad card overall. So then we have Vladimir Guerrero Sr., obviously on that Nationals card. He's in this new set that we had in 22. His card is pretty good. He's got average stats, I think, across the board in that hitting category. 96 contact, pretty solid. 83 vision, you know, he's got a great arm, decent speed overall, could play the outfield, so definitely a good card. And these are the 2 chapter cards coming in at launch. So these are the cards that are in Chapter 1 at launch, and I think there's 2 new chapter cards for every chapter or whatever it is. So that will be very exciting. These are the legends at 89 overall in Chapter 1 at launch, but secretly there will be even more, you know, chapters we go throughout the season. They have some more questions right here, which we're going to go through real quick. So they previously mentioned that there's 3 chapter content drops. The 6 divisions will still be here that we had in previous years, which is, you know, is everyone kind of what we thought. Pretty sure it's going to work the same, honestly, to get the same rewards. That's kind of what this is mentioning with conquest maps, showdowns, exchanges, all that good stuff. You can now play anywhere to earn a progress. So this is pretty cool. We got the 1v1 rank BR and events for, I guess this is an online one, if I had to guess. And then we got the innings tallies, so that's pretty interesting. So as we go into the last couple of things here, play your way. However you choose to play Diamond Dynasty with building content maps, you know, playing the game, whatever you want to do to play the game. This will be March 14th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, so we will definitely be live for that to cover everything. This to me looks like a Hall of Fame card, if I had to mention, just because you can see the plaque in the background, and you see the name right here, and then you see the player. So that's what this card reminds me of. There's a couple speculations on Twitter right now that we're going to look at in just a minute, but yeah, you can definitely pre-order the game right now if you want. So this is everything in the new blog post. I will leave it linked down below in the description if you guys want to check it out. Definitely interesting overall. You get a lot of information about the game and everything like that. This is a tweet from Scuffy. He thinks it's going to be Josh Gibson as the reward. We can see the blurred image right here, and you see it kind of matches up with how it looks, you know, with the bats going through the little leaves over here. I don't know if the baseballs match up. It's kind of like hard to tell, but that's one prediction that we have right now. This is another one I saw from KDG TV on Twitter. Some people say it looks like Willie Mays just because of the shoulders. So we take a look at the shoulders kind of right here, and if we go to the next image, it does kind of match up a little bit. It's got the same baseball and bat structure with the leaves and the balls as well. So it could be Willie Mays is looking at the pictures, so could be an interesting one as well to see who this reward actually is. But I've pretty much tweeted out all the information on my Twitter account. If you guys want to go follow me over there, it will be linked down below in the description. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on all the new content and all the new drops that we got today. Should be very exciting as we move forward to this game because we are so close from launch and it's very exciting. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on Diamond Dynasty down below in the description is, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.